It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Browns and the Commanders next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here, and it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And he was the number 2 overall pick in the draft because he is special. A dual-threat athlete at the quarterback position, beats you with his arm and his legs, and runs the ball better than any quarterback since maybe Lamar Jackson came out of Louisville. But with that being said, he's got to be smart about how he runs the football. He puts himself in position to take some big shots. He's got to be on the field and available for him and his team to be successful.
Here we go.
Right to the air is Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
To the air goes Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
3rd and 8.
Come on.
To throw is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. Now Daniels. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Cunningham looking to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in Q1. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
You talk about this Washington defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cunningham. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Cunningham. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Moore, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jeremy Chin there defensively. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 105 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coach.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Draw play. This is Hines. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now Chubb running right. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Here's Cunningham. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Cunningham to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now Cunningham. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Hines, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 9 now. This to Hines on the drop-off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This a 31-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Patterson's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw is Daniels. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So
right,
we've
Brandon,
hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And at the half, they are down to the visiting Dolphins in that one. Devon Achane, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both teams finishing up their final adjustments. We're ready for the second half as we get back up to D.C. and give it back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That pass complete to Moore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Daniels. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Come on. Set. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Daniels. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Cunningham. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Now it's Crowder. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And the Washington offense going back to work.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Moore, the man in motion. They go quickly here out to Moore. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Cunningham. Now they go screen. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Cunningham. Drops it off for Chubb. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Cunningham looking to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back now at Commanders Field. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Cunningham to throw. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Operating from the gun, Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Daniels. Complete. It's Dodson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Let's go now. Hey, hey.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Ready, go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So these two teams matching each other's score for score. This last touchdown, that bumps the lead back to 7 with the extra point to come.
And it's a heck of a way to play, isn't it, partner? You feel good about it because you continue to keep the lead and your offense keeps scoring, but you sure would like your defense to make a stop.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now Cunningham. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Moore, the motion man. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think big play. Maybe big play could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Daniels looking to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
This is Akins hauling in the short pass. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Cunningham
able to find Judy.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Pass complete to Chubb.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
Back to throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They go up the middle with Chubb.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run with Chubb.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Chubb going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Browns, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.